going to go ahead and get started. This is my presentation for conducting research and capstone in my master's education, education class 590 with Professor Lynn Henry. And I am Mark Pescholtz, and I'm going to go ahead and talk to you a little bit about what I've learned through this program and a little bit about what I've learned through my capstone project. To begin, my research question that I took some time going over and picking was this right here. It says, in an elementary setting, how can technology be used to improve attention spans and further enhance the communication skills and educational growth of each student? The reason why I chose this question was because I do see, I teach 5th grade, and in my 5th grade classroom I do see attention spans of students and communication skills starting to become either an issue, or I do see more and more in my classroom students that struggle with their communication skills and their ability to keep their attention on what we were doing in the classroom. And I wanted to find out how technology can be used to improve these skills. The 3 main learning concepts. The first thing that I found in my research was that educating teachers in technology was a key factor. Using or taking a look at how teachers use technology in the classroom, and then obviously training teachers to use technology properly was a very key factor in any of the research that I was looking through. Integrating technology and the strategies to integrating technology. Obviously, technology is being flooded into the classroom, or at least in many classrooms at different rates, but how teachers are integrating it and the strategies that they have to improve communication or to improve attention spans was what I was looking for. And the last one, taking all that, putting it together, and focusing it on attention and communication skills. How can teachers use technology in the classroom to keep the attention of their students, and how can teachers use technology to help develop communication skills? And I'll talk about that further. In the educating teachers section, obviously trained teachers are going to have or equal achieving students. Teachers that are trained in technology are going to use it properly to help students achieve, instead of teachers just being thrown at technology and saying, do with it what you would like. Using what they have and being trained in what they have is extremely important in getting a positive result. A technology framework that we talked about earlier in the program, and one that kept popping up in my research, was the TPAC. The TPAC framework stands for Technology, Pedagogy, and Content Knowledge. And this modeling of this framework did end up finding or providing results. The results that I have showed a positive impact on how teachers use technology. And in one of the studies that I found, 31% of students felt engaged through it, attracting or holding their attention and making a lesson interactive and entertaining. So using the TPAC framework can help provide teachers with a thorough lesson, a lesson that provides results through the use of technology, which was a really interesting study as I was continuing on through my research. And then finally, you have to have teachers willing to step out and dive in. And what I mean by step out and dive in are teachers that are willing to, when you do get technology in your classroom, and when you're willing to use it, and sometimes when you get it, you don't know whether or how to use it properly, but being able to dive in and try something new is something that I've found to be one of the most important ways in allowing students to achieve. Using technology to foster attention and improve communication skills, and some of those that I found as I was going through my research. Using Google Docs allows students to collaborate. It allows students to really focus on being able to share their writing, something that I do plan on using much more in the future, especially with 5th grade, would be Google Docs, allowing them to collaborate with each other, share information, and be able to work on a broader scale at home, around school, anywhere that they can. Using Google Docs was something that I do plan on using much more in the future. Google Presentation, something that I've just started using recently that I'm going to really push for, allows students to share their information, whether it be in a whole class or in small groups, but giving students the opportunity to use technology to share their ideas and being able to collaborate with other groups or present their information to other groups, I found to be, in the research, I found to have a very positive effect in their education. And the last one, through the use of interactive whiteboards. We do have interactive whiteboards. Using interactive whiteboards in the studies that I was researching, I found that they have the capability of holding students' attention spans longer. And studies have been done, and I have a few of them, some studies that talk about using interactive whiteboards and the results that the interactive whiteboards have. In some of my research, it did find that it was worth using, and it provided results in holding students' attention spans much longer. I'm going to continue on here because I'm going to run out of time. 2 key items I learned about myself. One of them I learned through this process that I needed to keep my own opinions and biases out of my research. Heading into this, when I started and when I chose this topic, I was I had the mindset that I wanted to find out how technology was almost hurting student attention spans or student communication skills, and I don't know why I started off with that in mind, but as I kept doing research and as I kept digging into it more, it was nice to be able to flip that idea and find out the reasons or why I should use technology and how I can use technology to help students achieve and keep their attention longer or improve their communication skills. So it was really nice that as I was researching, I almost flip-flopped on my own idea and my own bias, and I was glad to be able to flip that around and find positive results. I also learned that diving into a technology is a key factor in student achievement, not only for just the student, but also for the teacher. Obviously, if teachers aren't willing to try it and willing to fail, students won't be either. So many lessons teachers plan on going one way, and obviously they don't always work out. But giving myself the opportunity to try something new, even if the results aren't always what you plan on them being. And finally, my final thoughts, I feel that technology does have an overall positive effect on student attention and communication skills, and I feel like more studies could help narrow down technology effects and foster student achievement in the future. The sources from this are pictures from a free image website, and I want to thank you for your time.